Welcome back folks. Thank you so much for tuning in again. I'm sorry you had to miss me for a couple of days. I was sick, thank God, feeling better again. So back at the charts. Today I have a few very juicy, good trading setups for you, at least if you are willing to wait. That and more in today's episode. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's start diving in. Alright. Of course, we're looking at Bitcoin versus the dollar. This is on the 1 hour, and I first want to start off with two short trades that I have for you. We have a double or a triple high. I'm saying or because this high is equal to this into this on the Bybit chart, is not on this one. However, we have a double or triple top, and that is something that cannot stay like that. And therefore, the first short trade could be a move up. Get a very good SFP and then just to go down and go short there. That is right away the first short trade. That was something I will be really looking forward to take. However, we also have that bigger golden pocket that is this line and is this line. And I said already last time, once we went in, we tapped it and then went lower. For such a big level, I'm not such a fan of such price action. So I actually like it then if price spends some time there and eventually rolls over. Well, then our second short trade could come into play. And that is short from this high, so that is the high that we already created. So imagine that price is coming in, maybe we do get a small move and then we get back in again. So yes, this could be a scalp, but you have to be already a bit more intermediate or professional trader to see, hey, when is this a valid short setup and when not. And if else, I would just say wait it out until price eventually spends some time here, maybe pops up here to take the liquidity, then to go lower and eventually will roll over. Then this here is your entry. Then of course you have the second short. So then we do not only spend time in a golden pocket, but we also take the liquidity above this high, and that is then absolutely a valid short. And I would just play it as far as you can to the downside. The reason for that is then most of the liquidity from the top is taken and eventually we're just going to rotate it to the bottom. However, there is one but. If we are zooming out, then we also now quickly looking here at the 12 hour. Then we're also still seeing that price is at and around that macro value area low, so we cannot at the moment find acceptance within the range. So far that is still of course a bit bearish, but also the golden pocket that I gave you is from this high to this low back to the golden pocket. However, if we would go higher, then we have the golden pocket from this high all the way here to the absolute low back into the golden pocket. And then I'm talking about a different area, and that is then starting off from 64,500 all the way to 65,200. Just above, you also have the 78.6 from the area from this high to this low, then to the 78.6, so it kind of lines up. So that's actually a nice area to also look for a short. So then I would say see that really as a bigger area, something like this, where you short somewhere from 64.5 to approximately 65.5 or 66, depending on price action, because you could also say, well, we're taking out the liquidity above these highs. There's then a little bit slightly higher than eventually we're rolling over. That could also be very nice. And then of course again you are then making a lower high, so keep market structure in mind. So that could be another possible short. I don't think that we will get it today, but I wanted to give it to you anyways. Don't stare yourself blind on the two shorts that I gave you. If we for whatever reason start bumping, there is another level higher. So I will just put it in for now, but I don't think that it will play out anytime soon. Then for the longs, yeah, this is slightly harder. I would wait for the bigger levels. So I have drawn in a daily level here at 59k, then we have another daily level at 58,500, then we have another daily level at 58. But actually I would take all of these out and I would not expect a trade there. You could try it on a very intermediate base, but look at this. This is just almost a run for liquidity. So if we eventually are going lower, I think that we are going to take it out all, and not that we are going to stop at one of these daily levels and then eventually to go higher. It is possible, of course, but in the realm of possibilities, I think that that is a much lower probability for us to play then eventually to go all the way to the downside. So let's say we are going all the way to the downside, then I'm still having a long from this level. So we're taking out the liquidity underneath all of these lows, taking the long and then to go higher. That also lines up currently with the 0.5 on the fib retracement. And then of course we still have that very juicy long here from the golden pocket, which coincides with the daily level, naked weekly point of control, and another daily level, and that is then approximately from 55k to 54k. So those are my two favorite longs. Would we really dump and fill the wicks that we have created here, then we're talking about here approximately 49k. So it's really S&P off these lows. Also here, don't think we'll get it anytime soon, because so far this price action has been quite boring, a little bit sideways. Of course, it's still the month of August, so do not expect the most of it. If you're not in a trade, and right now I am not in a trade, and you're looking for a probability, or a trade setup with a higher probability, then I would say wait for one of these setups. Wait for the absolute high to be taken out, or wait for the liquidity run to the downside, for the lows to be taken out, to then get into a position. And if I take one of these trades, most likely I'm going to try to keep it open as long as possible, whatever comes first. Let's say we're dumping down now and we hit this level, I am going to try to take this long as possible here, and then I hope eventually maybe higher. If we would eventually reverse again, then at least I had this entire ride, and if we then go down again, I will just take a short again and have a long open from the bottom and a short from the top, and I just take profit along the way for both the short and long, and that's how I pay myself. Alright, so that is how I'm playing it right now. The current price level where we are right now is not a long or a short trigger. We are at that local point of control. We have that macro value area low that I just pointed out above us. So that's also the reason why we are rejecting a few times with price. If we suddenly would pump higher for whatever reason, you could even say, you know what, I'm trying along, but I will update you on Twitter if I do, because yeah, it also really depends on how we are going to make these kinds of lows, what kind of backtest we're getting, what is the price action, how much volume is coming in, is there bearish or bullish activity. I will look at all these things and then I will update you on Twitter, but for now that is not something that I am really taking into account or looking out for, but this could be a long play if we get the right kinds of price action. Again, I will update you on Twitter, so make sure that you follow me, links in the description. That will be it for now. Maybe later today I'll also go live, so keep an eye out for that. And then of course I want to ask you guys to hit that like button, subscribe, and also click on the bell so you don't miss any future updates. And see you guys very soon again in the next one. Bye bye.